Welcome to Lawrence, Kansas. And pay heed all who enter. And beware, these Jayhawks can play a little football too. Today, two teams get set to square off in an intra-conference battle in the American. As we'll see, the Coastal Carolina Chanticleer taking on the winners of 3 straight, the Kansas Jayhawks. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. And the Chanticleers will put toe to leather to crank us up. On the run from inside his own 5. The coverage team maintains his discipline, not much doing on that return. So the Kansas Jayhawks offense will dial up the first ball plays in this one. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, David.
Yeah, it was a great week, and watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick, the ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will, a really nice day. And I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to build on it for this offense and really continue to trust him to make plays through the air.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think he really earned his offensive coordinator's trust after that performance. So I'm anticipating the...
Line run to the right. And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line.
And how about the running back, man? Rips off a big play. This offense creates some momentum, and what do? They keep their foot on the gas right back on the football to try to keep this offense rolling.
And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down. Lance Leipold is a 6-time national champion at the Division III level, but last season a step back for the Jayhawks as they were plagued by turnovers and close losses.
Yeah, and Jalen Daniels just needs to stay healthy. This is a guy at quarterback that when he does...
And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked 1 time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
Really need to pick up some yardage this time on 2nd and long. Off play action. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. The Jayhawks need their binoculars to find that line to gain here on 3rd down. To the air, it's Daniels. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. Everything will have to be clean from 55 yards away. And that is no good. After the miss, no change in the score. So the Coastal Carolina Chanticleers offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. Typically, you don't think of an offense built around its tight end, but they got no production from there last week. They'll need that to improve in this one, David.
Yeah, he's a chain mover. He's a red zone threat. That big old body, man, he's a matchup problem. So they definitely need to find a way to make sure that they're feeding the big fella, that they're using him in different ways. And listen, balance on offense is good. Still use the receivers. But, Jesse, they can't forget about that dude.
No, and I don't think you have to all of a sudden panic and all of a sudden reinvent your playbook offensively. You just got to execute better, and you got to give him more opportunities. I think that was one of the biggest problems their last game out. They just didn't throw it his way enough. That has to change today. He should be targeted really early in this game.
And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit and forcing the incompletion?
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Hauls it in. Oh, a lot of space. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49. The Chanticleers come to the line with a new set of downs. He wants to throw it again. Just a short pass to the tight end. He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the first down. Look, you can't take away everything, right? So you give them that and rally and make a solid tackle.
Yeah, and a lot of times in zone coverage, I like when I can get all the eyes on the quarterback. I like when I can see the routes and see him develop in the middle. And you could tell they had keys on the tight end. He wasn't going anywhere after he caught that football.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver. And you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the first down. And the Chanticleers are on the move. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. The Chanticleers have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Brown will throw it. Quickly out to the tight end. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
Well, a nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the third down manageable, really putting this offense in a good position.
Intercepted. Big play stops the drive.
Nice. Play by the DB. Most people say offenses have the advantage, right? They know where they're going. They have the footing underneath them. Defensive guys, you still got to guess. You might be a little bit more cautious. No, sir, this defensive back does a great job breaking on the football, going up and making the INT.
This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line. They'll snap it from the 25 here on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Grabbed in the middle, it's Pickett. And perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle as he gets him down at the 37. And the Jayhawks in the hurry-up.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
And he'll pick up one. It brings up 2nd and 9.
You definitely want to commit to the run game. You want to establish the run game. You want the defense to honor it. But if it doesn't work a little later down the road, you might think about airing that puppy out.
Give to the single back. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
It's been a defensive battle through the first period, and the stats tell that tale. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the second. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on 3rd down. Now on the option. Brought down at the 33-yard line as this defense gets a 3rd down stop. They're happy enough to try to take the points as the field goal unit heads out. He boomed it through a 50-yard field goal, showing off that powerful back. So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Coastal Carolina has it. The Chanticleer offense headed back to the field. They're looking for any type of offense to try to get this thing going, down 3-0. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Back to throw, it's Barber. Got his man in the middle. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. And the shot that clears will line up to punt it away. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Fair catch is called for in the midst of all this rain. Just concentrate on one thing, making the catch. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. All right, guys, let's chat about Kansas. They've jumped to the top of the conference standings. Now the trick is finding a way to stay there.
Well, and that's your goal to start the season. It's always about the conference first. It's not about the national championship picture. So great job taking care of business within the conference, Jesse, but a lot of meat still left on the schedule.
Yeah, and remember, conference championships mean a lot because the way the college football playoff is set up, if you're winning your conference championship, you're probably in the playoff discussion. So they've got a lot of games ahead. They're in that prime spot right now inside their conference. They've got to keep playing well.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
They'll run the option. He'll pitch it. And that might have been a bad read as the defense just swarms all over the pitch man. The Jayhawks line up to punt it away. Sends his first one of the day on its way, and that matches the number of appearances he had in that win last week. Coastal Carolina takes over, and here comes the offense. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball.
When you play the option and you play this responsibility football, sometimes your eyes can get lost. They didn't on that play. Nice job honing in, getting in there quickly, getting the quarterback to the ground.
And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
And that 3rd down pass left a vapor trail, but it's incomplete. The shot that clears send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Here's the fair catch, and he'll make it close to the 20-yard line. Kansas gets the ball back, and the Jayhawk offense is ready to go to work. So far, they've only been able to muster a field goal, but hoping to get things cooking here. Hands it off on the counter. Just enough there to get it to the 25, a pickup of 2.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. The give is to Williams. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Now facing a 3rd and long. Looking to throw, it's Daniels. Steps away to find some room. He's going to be a little bit short of that 1st down marker, and this defense did a tremendous job not to lose contain on the scramble. Punt is on its way. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. Coastal Carolina has it. The shot to clear offense headed back to the field. First snap of this drive will come from their own 32. Last time they had it, didn't pick up a 1st down. Let's see if they can put something together here. From the shotgun, the inside give. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Wide receiver going in motion. Second down, they'll go to the air. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Unloads to the wideout. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Quickly after the pick, but that offense says thank you very much, and they'll have it at the 43. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Rides the back on the option to give. There was just nowhere to cut back. Great job by the defense, and he'll have to take the loss. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. To throw, it's Daniels. Here he goes breaking the pocket. At the 35, he's open. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Out of the gun, the running back has it. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. And the Jayhawks with a second and short to keep this drive moving. The give is to Williams. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
The Jayhawks come to the line on third and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Bully ball on third and short. Knocked down in the backfield, and that'll bring up fourth down. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And now on fourth down, they'll try a field goal. Smashes it between the uprights. The lead now 6 here in the second.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Coastal Carolina takes over, and here comes the offense. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be concerned. If we're a little bit down, listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
He lobs one high down the left side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Well, on defense, they know that this offense is going to try and take shots, so they're going to try and keep their secondary players in a position to make these types of plays. Good job on the back end forcing that incompletion.
Another incompletion on third down. And the shot to clears will punt it away on fourth down.
You set up third and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody in the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force 4 points.
So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Throws to the wideout. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds.
And in this weather, man, you start to see more of this. You try to throw the ball harder to penetrate it through the weather and get it to your target, but just catching a football that's a little bit slippery sometimes, you'll see some of those drops, and it's just part of the game.
Fires to the big fella. They'll immediately call timeout. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play. Just a few seconds to go here in the first half, and they'll send out the field goal team. Tried to give it enough body English, but he missed it. Guys, still a 6-point game, but a missed opportunity. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
All right, fellas, looks like we've got a great atmosphere there today in Lawrence. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W.
Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line.
And with that, let's kick it back to the guys at Kansas Memorial Stadium.
Looking for a man, it's Morris. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
They're dealing with a second and long. Wants to go up top. This one's complete.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.
Makes the grab over the middle. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's first down at the 38. The shot that clears come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Gonna run it. It's John. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
And I like the quarterback making the decision quickly. I'm going to give it. I'm not going to throw the football off the RPO and just let my back get some positive yards. You're getting 5+ yards. That is a great job.
And the quarterback is toast back at the 35. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Picked off! What a play by this defense! Looking for more room. Touchdown, Kansas! The defense putting points on the board. What a play by this defense with the pick 6.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to do. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense will get turned to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll... back, they'll bring it out to the 25. Coastal Carolina has it. The Chanticleer offense headed back to the field. These guys really need to get something going on this drive. They are still well within striking distance, but they have very little to show for their possession so far. Wants to go up top on first down. Safe completion on the screen. Got room at the 35. They corral him out of bounds, mark it down at the 38, and this offense might have something going.
And there you go. You see, you don't have to throw bombs to get big plays in the passing game. Just screen it to your running back. As soon as he catches it, he gets upfield. And how about the downfield blocking by these linemen and the wide receivers as they rip off that explosive play.
Looking downfield on first down. Quickly to the tight end.
I'll tell you, when you've got a tight end like this, it makes it a lot easier calling pass plays on first down, even if the defense is in zone coverage. He did a really good job there, working his leverage, finding the soft spot, and making it an easy completion.
Oh, better look out! All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Well, with the weapons this offense has, you knew it was just a matter of time in the run game before someone was going to break a long one. They'd just been running into a wall. They just couldn't seem to find their creases and get enough movement up front, but they finally got it there, picking up the first. Let's see what happens next.
He gets a little bit of work done. He goes out of bounds at the 42. And the Chanticleers can really attack on this 2nd and short. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
And this is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that first down.
Quarterback running on the draw. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
It'd be interesting to watch this offense really down the stretch because they can't really have that balance, especially when they're going backwards. Like, They're down. They've got to put up some points, got to get some stops. I think this offense has to be aggressive, and I think it's going to have to be through the air.
Now, I know that completion isn't a touchdown. It's not a deep play deep down the field, but how about the strong hands by that receiver making that catch? He made that look pretty routine. He had that DB draped all over him and still was able to help.
Throws toward the end zone. And he'll sail it way too far for everybody.
This offense has had some struggles early in this game so far. They're just trying to get something going, and so you take a shot. You try to find your best one-on-one matchup and see if they can make a play. The defense was ready for it. Good coverage on the back end. They look very prepared. All 11 guys on defense right now playing together as one.
Trailing by multiple possessions in the third and desperately needing a score, they'll go for it on fourth down. On the move. Just across the 20 with a first down at the 19.
I know there's a lot of play callers that would try to throw the football there on 4th and 2, but they decided to run it, and that was a great call. First down.
Shut down and shut out in the first half, but finally this offense trying to put something together. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
Obviously, when you're playing in weather like this, the ball is very slippery and it's hard to catch. The QB threw a bullet that time, and his receiver just could not reel it in.
So now it's second and long. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. He's got it and still on his feet. He's stopped at the 5, but the completion sets him up with a first and goal. The shot that clears trying to get a touchdown on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
You hear a lot of coaches talk about bend, don't break, and it's in these areas of the field down in your own goal line defensively where you want to just stiffen up. And they did a really nice job on first down, stopping the run. Here we go on second. There's a good chance the offense tries to run it again.
And it's a good job by this defense, man. You drop back, you play really smart, play sound. Understand, there's not a lot of field to cover, and they couldn't fit the ball in a window. Good pass defense.
Tight end trying to get in. Touchdown, shot to clear. Made the grab and took it on in for the score. You know what? Methuselah lived 969 years. He was born and died in the amount of time it took them to walk it down the field and score that touchdown.
And that's just so frustrating. Play after play after play. You line up, you try to do your assignment, and you fail, and they cap it off with a touchdown? Oh, Methuselah.
Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Gives it on the option. That'll be a gain of 5 out to the 27.
Well, we're not quite in the fourth quarter yet. We're almost there, but you're seeing the attitude shift now for this offense. They've got the lead, so they've got to be able to run the football. You're going to see a lot more of that, I think, as this game keeps going on. They're trying to wear this defense down when the game is almost over.
They'll have to hustle if they want to get off another snap before the end of the period. We've reached the break, and Kansas has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. Use the play fake, now to throw. Takes a hit as he fires. On target to the left. And he's brought down after a nice gain. And the Jayhawks will snap it on first and 10. Wants to throw. It's Daniels. Fires to the wideout. A strike downfield. And they explode on that one, and they've got it down to the 22.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard. The play action fake. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming. Trying to pick up a first down. On third and long, trying to convert through the air. Tight end finds a soft spot. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Jayhawks. With that score, it looks as if this bunch is about to go 6-1.
And man, a lot of times late in games, you see offenses, they get very conservative, very predictable, and then they leave it in the hands of their defense. I like this execution, man. The offense continues to do what they do, and they take the 2-score lead in the fourth quarter, everything going in their direction.
Coastal Carolina takes over, and here comes the offense. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Finds his man down the middle. He'll get a fresh set of downs, stopped at the 31-yard line. And the Chanticleers racing to the line in the hurry-up. Wants to throw on first down. And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it.
You know, that's a throw in the drag route where you just got to have patience. You got to let your wide receiver clear through all the bodies in the middle of the field, and they just couldn't hook up on that one.
Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
And those are frustrating. Like, those drops really annoy you because those running backs are always asking to be more a part of the game plan. Get the ball more, touch it more. An awesome opportunity in the pass game to make a play, ball right in his hands, and that is a missed opportunity.
They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. They absolutely had to have that third down to keep any glimmer of hope alive.
And defensively, that's exactly what I want. Make you get the third down. The clock is your enemy. Multiple possession lead. That is right where I want this offense.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Gonna look downfield again. Pressure coming. Incomplete behind the receiver. Maybe this freshman got a little too anxious.
Not a lot of good things happen when your quarterback gets hurt. When you speed up that processor just a little bit, make him a little bit uncomfortable. The defense doing a little bit of that. I need a little bit more protection from this offensive line.
For the third straight play, the pass falls incomplete. Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on fourth down. Unloads to the wideout. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Down to the 48-yard line as he takes it away and takes it back to set up his offense.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's fourth down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. Make them force the football into coverage. They do, and they stamp this game.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. They go to the ground. Plows through the defense. And he's brought down after the spin move for a short gain.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
The Jayhawks will try to pin them back with the punt. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Excellent job on the punt. Bounces out of bounds at the 5, and they'll have 95 yards to go in front of them. They're backed up 1st and 10 from inside their own 5, and they'll try to get this drive started. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few. The Chanticleers want to move quickly.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
He slings it deep to the left. Intercepted. Nice pickup on the return. They got the takeaway, and now they're in business.
pass rushers, bring in them DBs. That's what I'm doing in this situation. When I got the lead by a couple scores late in the ball game, in the fourth quarter, I'm going to rush the passer like crazy. I'm going to put all those DBs back playing the pass. That's what happened. Great job understanding they're going to have to take shots. We get the interception. This one's almost over.
Clock continues to run, and they'll be happy to wind it all the way down before they snap it. To give as they work on that clock. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Boy, they love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Dead center, perfect. And that will extend their lead even further. They keep pushing that lead out, and the kickoff team's getting some work.
And with that kick, man, it's a tall order for the other side. I mean, down 3 possessions. Like, this offense is going to have to get the ball and do something with it, and do it quickly if they want to get back in this football game.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Looking for a man. It's Barber. He's got the tight end.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on 1st down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
And the shot to clear is good enough for the 1st down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top.
Nice job being physical by this offensive line, getting the 1st down, and what do they do?
And the defense, they've got him at the 27. Clock stops, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. The shot to clears now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. He'll do it himself on the draw. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36. How bold will they be on 3rd down after that last run? From the gun, wants to pass. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have let him a little too much.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on 4th down, right? Obviously trailing, we're in the 2nd half, but we saw them try to go for it on 4th down early. Didn't have any success. They've got to dial up a better play here.
Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. How about this sophomore learning when to just do it himself? Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. To the air on 1st down. They'll run the screen. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. And the shot to clears with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Under fire. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39. Now 3rd and long, and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. Scanning the field, it's Barber. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. No sign of the punt team as they will go for it and try to move those chains. It's incomplete, and they'll turn it over on down. The Kansas offense returns to the field. They're in command of this game. Now let's see if they try to rub a little salt in the wound or happy with getting the W.
Yeah, and listen, this makes the post-game handshake fun sometimes.